everyone, my name is Tori, this is Novel Life, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog where I'm going to be focusing strictly and specifically on fantasy romances. So I have a pretty super strict TBR that I'm going to try and stick to for the next week. So I'm starting this on Friday and I want to finish this by Friday next week. So fingers crossed that I can do it, but I do have some really exciting fantasy romances that I'm excited to read because number one, I'm just in the mood for a good fantasy. I went from like cozy, cute, adorable fall reads and now I'm switching to fantasy, so that's the mood that I'm in. But I'm going to talk about my TBR for the week. Usually for weekly vlogs I pick out of my TBR cup or my TBR mug, I guess you could say. But for this weekly vlog, I have a strict TBR that I'm very excited for. So I actually started a book last night because I ended my weekly vlog yesterday that you've already seen, and I wanted to pick up a physical book because this is one of the only books that I physically have. I don't have an audiobook for it. So I was able to get an arc of The Wraith King by Juliet Cross. So this one I have been waiting for. I really love the cover. She released the cover pretty early on this year and she had to push the release date back. I don't know how long, but I love Juliet. I read her Stay a Spell series and I really enjoyed that. I love Juliet as a person. I've seen her at multiple signings. I think she's so sweet. So when I heard that she was coming out with a fantasy romance, I immediately requested it on NetGalley and was like, fingers crossed I can get an arc of this. And I was approved. So I got about 16% into this book last night. And I definitely have some thoughts. So with every fantasy romance, right, the world should be easy to understand. The magic system, all of that should be easy to understand. I don't care if you like are dropped into what the characters are doing or not. But in this case, you are dropped into what the characters are doing. So you see your female character, she's in a dungeon and you see that she's been captured. You don't really know why until a little bit later. But basically, she's captured. She's taken to be fed to the wraiths. I think they're the rights. I don't know. The words that are used to describe like creatures and characters, I cannot pronounce. I don't know what kind of like mythology she's going for. Maybe Norse mythology. I don't know. There's not a pronunciation guide at the beginning of the arc. I don't know if there will be it in the physical book when it comes out. If I didn't say it comes out on the 24th of September. So you guys will be seeing this a little bit early, like a week early, but I wanted to read it for you to give you my thoughts so you can decide whether or not you want to pick it up. Anyway, I have a hard time describing that. Anyway, she's going to be fed to these beasts that the king have, that he controls or whatever. And someone, I think his name is Gaul, G-O-L-L, Gaul, he saves her. You see that he's been locked away by his father because there's a prophecy that he will kill his father and take over the kingdom, like usurp him and stuff like that. So that part is interesting, but then once again we fast forward like 5 years, you see that he's been out, he's trying to stage like a coup for it to take over, and you see that he finds out that the same girl that he rescued has been captured again because she's the princess of a rival kingdom. And I'm like, how many times can this girl be captured? So basically she's captured, she's taken to the king. The king's like, I'm going to use you to win this war against your kingdom, blah, 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 blah. And you see that our main male character comes out of nowhere and kills his father, and now she is under his capture. So I'm like, one to the other, what is this girl doing? So that's basically all that's happened. I don't know if this is Fated Mates, but I'm getting the Fated Mates vibes from this book. So we'll see. We'll see about all that, but it's giving those vibes. So like I said, I am 16% into that book now. My other books that I'm going to be reading are A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan. This book also comes out on the 24th of September. It is a shorter fantasy romance. I have the ALC of this as well. So either I'll physically read along and listen, or I will just listen to the audiobook by itself. It depends on how like easy it is to kind of like understand the world. All I know, I think there's dragons in here. It says dragons are extinct, witches are outcast, magic is dying, but human lust for power is immortal. So I'm excited for this because this is Sophie Jordan's first published fantasy romance. I'm pretty sure because she usually writes historical romances. The other book that I want to read is Kingdom of Claw by Demi Winter. A lot of people said when I put this on my fantasy romance TBR in a video that I did for you guys that this is one of their favorite books of the year. So I read Road of Bones. in February of this year and I really enjoyed it, so I definitely want to see where this is going. I do have the audio for this through Audible. I used a credit, so I'm going to physically read along and listen to the audiobook because I did that with the first book and I loved it. I love the narrators. And the last book that I have is, oh my gosh, what is the name? It is the second book in the Melissa K. Rorick series. Something Sorrows and, hang on. Storm of Secrets and Sorrow by Melissa K. Rorick. I have the audiobook through Hoopla for this one. It is a 24-hour audiobook. So this is the second book to Tessa's story, which I did read the first one for a weekly vlog for you guys back in August. And I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. The middle was just a little, like, it fell short for me just a little bit. Like, it was just a little boring. So I have high hopes for this one. It could be a 5-star. I don't know. I don't know what any of these are going to be. But I am going to read one at a time because I can't overlap fantasy. I can do that with contemporary, but I usually can't do that with fantasy. So I'm going to read some more of The Wraith King tonight. And I will probably update you tomorrow, Sunday. I do plan to go book shopping. I don't know if I'm going to do that this weekend. I plan to, but hope you're coming along with me for this weekly reading vlog full of fantasy romances, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the vlog. Happy Monday. Had to think about what day it is. I'm actually about to leave to go to the gym, but I have book mail and I have a big reading update. So I'll start with the reading update first because I feel like there's The Wraith King by Julia Cross. I cannot talk about this book more than kind of what I already have without spoiling it. So let me see, he's drinking water. Okay, I feel like I can't talk about this book too much without spoiling it because it's a fantasy romance. And I would say that this technically could be considered like its own like standalone, I think, in this universe, from what I can tell. I think my final rating is gonna be a 4.5 star. I think a solid 4.5 star. I can't rate it 5 because there were some parts about like the way that she wrote the dialogue versus the inner dialogue, like what they're saying to each other versus what they're having like on the inside. It's like there's a difference in like how it's spoken, which is a little weird to me. But that was like me being like super picky. Like when I read an arc, I want to make sure, especially because I'm reviewing for you guys, I'm pointing out all the little things, even though like to me it might not like really affect my rating. But I had a really good time. I like the dynamics between the characters. I liked the romance. I liked this whole premise of our female character figuring out who she is, finding what she lost, all of that stuff. I find it very, very empowering in a way, but also like it was still a really good story. I would say the beginning was very interesting to me, and I wish, not that we had like that darker side of the book, because it is kind of a dark romance, but like after 40%, it doesn't really feel like a super dark romance, or a dark fantasy romance, I should say. But I still had a really good time. I really liked the hero. I really liked the world that she created. It was very easy to actually like go into the world and understand the world, understand the magic. My only critique is the names. They use these names that like I have no idea how to pronounce. Even I feel like if I heard the audiobook, I would never know how to remember. I would never actually remember how to say the names. And when you read them, you know, but like I can't even tell you some of these names. Like some of them are fine and some of them are not. I'm like, I don't know these names. Like, there was one name that it was like this long in the title, or in the dialogue, and I'm like, why? Why do we have names this long? Okay, but I did like the whole concept of the gods that they had and who they worshipped based on which kingdom, and the stories that were told. So that's not spoilers at all, but I actually really enjoyed it. And then when I finished that, I started yesterday, I took myself on a day date As you could tell, like I do a lot of stuff with my husband, but sometimes it's nice to go by yourself. So I went book shopping, I had kava, I went to TJ Maxx, and it was great. But I started my second read for this vlog, which was, I can never remember the title, hang on, it's loading. It's the audiobook of Storms of Secrets and Sorrow by Melissa K. Rorick. So this is the second book in the series. It is like a continuation of this series, and like I do enjoy it and I did like it. So I'm 14% into this book, and I mean, I don't feel any different from that previous book that I gave 4 stars to right where I am right now in this book. I'm enjoying the read, but it's not like nothing is like jumped out at me. It's like literally where we picked back up, and right now it's still a 4-star. Like it's still going. I like her writing, I like the world, it's interesting. There's more complex things that are coming up in the book and with these characters, and you know, like you're seeing more kind of like intricacies and stuff like that. So I have heard the ending of this book is like the wowza, so I'm waiting on the wowza. Where did my scissors go? I don't know where my scissors go. Anyway, I'm gonna open some book mail, but I gotta go find my scissors, so hang on. Okay, found my scissors. So the first one is actually a Hello Lovely package. Well, I have 2 from Hello Lovely, but this first one is for the new drop that just happened. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so I wanted something like fall inspired. Not that like I need more black t-shirts, but they did a design that says welcome to Romancelandia. So it's like the land of happily ever afters, romantic suspense, fake dating, billionaire, taboo, office. So it's like all of these romantic-y, all of these little doodles for each of the tropes. And yeah, they have a colorful one. They have this. I'm pretty sure they're going to have a colorful one and a sweatshirt. I think that's what they decided, but this is dropping Thursday, September 12th, so by the time you see this vlog, you can check this out. If you want all the bookish merch, Hello Lovely has this cute super one for fall. I'm very excited. I have to take photos of this soon, probably tomorrow. But yeah, I'm super excited. Also, Novel Life saves you 15% off. So if you want 15% off of t-shirts or anything, Novel Life, I'll leave my code in the description box below. And then I got my trope of the month. So Hello Lovely started doing hardbacks for their trope of the month, which I do know what this book looks like, and I'm very excited. I just want to have it in my hands. So the first hardback they did was Sarah Kate's Heartbreaker. No, The Homewrecker. I always get them confused. But this is actually a very exciting one. All the crinkle paper. I legit hate crinkle paper. Oh my god. It's really like the bane of my existence. I hate it so much. I'm trying not to spill it either. Okay, I hope you didn't see it. Can't see it yet. I gotta make sure I get everything out. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So everyone knows how guy covers are, right? Everyone is like, I love them, but some people are like, I hate them. I want them more discreet. So for a certain specific, very well-known author and a very well-known trilogy, they decided of Salt Kiss. Look how pretty. Oh, I need you to focus on this. Look. It has like, oh, there we go. It has like the rainbow. It has, oh, my computer fell asleep. Oh well. It has like a night. It has beautiful end pages. It has beautiful formatting. Oh my gosh. Where did it go? Oh no, I'm trying to find a page. There we go. Oh my gosh. So this is the first book in the Tristan and Isolde trilogy. I think there's a novella that comes before this, but yes, look how pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm so excited. So excited to have that. So that was a very welcome surprise when I saw that. And then the last package I have is actually from Novel Wix. So they reached out and was like, hey, can you showcase some of our stuff on your YouTube channel? And I was like, absolutely. I have candles from Novel Wix, one right there that I was burning. I have a couple over there. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I would love to showcase them. So this is, I think they're fall stuff. So you can use the code Tori10 to save 10% off your order. Oh my god. This is the cutest little package ever. I love anything fall, y'all. That rhymed. They always do like the cutest packages. So it has like a bunch of like fall things in it. But the star of the show is this candle. Live, laugh, lobotomy. Which is cute. Crackling birch. Ooh, I always love that they put like different glitters. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. Ooh, it's like a fresh but like deep scent. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of this, but this is the cutest package ever and I'm obsessed. So fall is September 5th, their launches. Spooky is the 12th, fall TV shows is the 19th, and Spooky again is the 26th. So they have something for each like drop and stuff. So that's on my book mail. I have to get my shoes on to go to the gym and continue listening to this audiobook, but I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow. I probably won't get that far into this audiobook, but one down, 3 books to go. I think I could do it. Hi, hello. I am loving this angle in my bedroom because I love the sunlight when I open up our, what are these called? Blackout curtains? I really love it. Anyway, I have makeup on, which means I have to film today. But I have an update for you. Kind of a gloomy reading update, I guess you could say. How do I say this? Number 1, I broke a nail. Look at this. Look how horrible. Oh, I don't know what happened. It just like, it wasn't even on my nail. It wasn't even glued to my nail anymore, like, or secured to my nail. Like 3/4 of it was like lifting, and like last night when I was drying my hair, it just, yeah. Anyway, I have an update, a pretty sad update, because I'm struggling. I am on the struggle bus with this book, y'all. Really, I'm really struggling. So Storm of Secrets and Sorrows. I am actually 40% through this book. I'm 8 hours into this audiobook, okay? I am 35% in. I still have 15.5 hours left with the audiobook. And for the last 2 days, I have really struggled with this audiobook keeping my attention. And when that happens, that usually means like I'm getting slumpy and I need to like change course. So it's not that this book isn't good. It's not that this book isn't like well written. I'm just bored of the story. So backtrack. When I read the first book in this series, I loved the first like 20%, but then that middle 50%, I felt bored. I felt like it was like day to day. They were having the same argument over and over again, which I find interesting because I read reviews of the second book, actually, like some reviews and some of the first. People were like, this is so dark. I don't like the hero. He's so abusive, blah, 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 blah. And I actually find that funny because I don't find this super dark. I find him as a hero not like morally gray or dark. I find him whiny, and I find her whiny, and I feel bad because I have some friends that love this series, but now like getting into the second book, really like 35% in, I find them whiny. I find them both just annoying and whiny, and I'm like, what is happening with these two people right now? Like, I don't understand why I feel this way, because like what they're doing is not like how they're talking. It's like they're having the same conversation. He's like, give in to the bond, and she's like, I can't. And I'm like, okay, we've learned something in this book that I think is the reason why she can't just like give into it, and why she can't just be a quote unquote a normal source. And I'm liking that. Like, I like that part of it. But every time he's in the picture, he's like not understanding, like nothing's clicking. And he's supposed to be this like really studious, intelligent person. Like his brother, we're getting his perspective because he now has a source in the second book. And we're getting his perspective of how like, oh, you know, like Theon was always in the library or always studying because he wanted to have like a one-up. He wanted to be ahead of the game. Like he always wanted to know things. He wanted to be like very knowledgeable. I'm like, okay, dude, if you're supposed to be very knowledgeable, you haven't picked up on this? Like, come on. Luca has, who is the guardian. Axel has, his brother has, but like, why hasn't Theon picked up on it? And like, you see our female character, Tessa, is struggling. Like, she really is struggling. And I don't necessarily find her whiny now that we've learned things. I found her whiny in the first book a little bit. But now I'm understanding things about her, and you see some of the trauma she's previously had. And I'm like, okay, this is where it comes from, of why she is the way that she is and the reason why she's doing things. So like, I understand her, and I really like her as a character right now. even though I did find her whiny in the first book, it's because we've learned things. But him, I'm still like, this is not making sense. This is not making sense. So, with all of that to say, I am soft DNFing at 35% because I don't have the time and I don't have the patience to sit there with this book for the next like 7 hours. I listen at 2 times speed. For the next 7 hours of this book to sit and figure out what the hell is going on. Really. Like, I know a lot of things happen at the end of this book and that's perfectly fine, but I think I'm going to revisit this a little later when I can like find the time to sit down and physically read it and listen to the audiobook. I don't know. I want to say it's a soft DNF because I do want to love this series, but part of me is like, if I'm not loving it at this point, am I really going to love it? I'm struggling, y'all. I'm struggling with this one. So we're changing gears. And I thought about starting the audiobook of Kingdom of Claw, but that book is upstairs and I want to sit down and physically read that book and listen. But I have the ALC of this book through Libro FM. So this is Sophie Jordan's short-ish A Fire in the Sky fantasy romance. I think this is her first fantasy. Yeah, it's a brand new romantasy series. Oh, she does have another series. It's a young adult fantasy series she has. Interesting. I didn't know she wrote that. But she has a lot of historicals, and I do know her for more of her historicals. But this has some dragons in it. I think I started the first 2 chapters. I'm 2 chapters in while I was like doing my makeup and hair and stuff. And oh, I'm gonna switch hands because I hate my finger. Okay. I started this book and so far I'm intrigued. So we see our female character. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Why can't I think of her name? I know her sister's name. Tamsin, right? Is that Tamsyn? Tamsin, yeah. Tamsin is our female character. You see that she was introduced to this kingdom. She calls them her sisters. It's the 3 actual princesses of the kingdom. And she was introduced to them or brought into their family at 5 years old. And you see that she takes their whippings. Like whenever they do something bad, she is the one that's punished by the person who doles them out. And I find that interesting. I was like, red flag number 1. It's giving Stepsisters by Cinderella. You know, like the stepsister, ugly stepsister, or the stepsister, like Cinderella retelling. I don't know if that's what it's going for, but it's giving that vibes. And she has this like need to protect these princesses, especially Annalise, which I love because, and you see Annalise is like this super quiet little girl, like not little girl, but she's just like the quiet princess, right? And you see that they're all dragged to the throne room to have like a visitor, and that visitor is the beast of the borderlands. Yeah. So basically the northern border of their kingdom has been protected by this group of warriors. You see it's females, males, all of them. They give Viking vibes. Like that's how she's describing them, as like these really like strong, powerful people. Like she sees them as heroes, even though like everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's so like, they're all like so interesting. Like they look like beasts, and they look like you know, just like brutes basically. I'm like, yes please. But you see that the I guess the person in charge, he's the beast of the borderlands. His name is Fell. Whoa, the sun just came out. It was very dark earlier, like cloudy and stuff like that. It's supposed to rain. Sorry, it just got really bright. Anyway, you see that Fell is the beast, and he's like, I have come to finally like cash in on protecting your northern border, and I'm gonna marry one of your daughters. And I haven't gotten to exactly which daughter, but the back says that our female character Tam is supposed to marry him. So I find that interesting. There's a chapter though in here that you get Stig, which is the captain of the guard. His perspective is like the 3rd chapter, I think. I find that interesting, or it's the 4th chapter. So I'm like, why is he in here? Anyway, so far it's a good start to the series. So far I'm liking the audiobook. I love the narrators. I think Sophie Jordan always chooses really good narrators. So I listen to her historicals on audio mostly. So I'm very interested to continue. I wonder where the dragons come to play. Like I said, they haven't been seen for 100 years. I'm interested because she's the complete opposite of her sisters. She's like tall, she's redheaded, she looks more, like she's taller than the princesses. She looks more fierce, and she like is like, maybe that's why I take these whippings. And I'm like, girl, but why are you taking these whippings? So I'm interested to just dive in. Like we're thrown into it and I'm loving it. So this is what I needed to shift gears to. I feel bad for DNFing, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do as a reader, you know? So I'm gonna go get to filming. I have to film like a sponsored video, and I will talk to you guys later. Hi. Hi. Hello. I'm here to update you. Miss Mimi's here. Say hi. Yeah. What are you doing? You want love and attention? Yeah, I know. Okay. It's a little dark and gloomy in here because it's dark and gloomy outside. And if you hear Mimi, she thinks I'm talking to her because this is what I usually do. I talk to her and she meows back. Oh, you want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Okay, Mimi's gonna sit in our lap. This is what she wants today. She's very needy today, don't know why, but I'll take the kitty cuddles. I'll take the kitty cuddles. I'm not feeling the best. I have a massive headache. I think it's the weather. Okay, bye. I think it's the weather. I have a pretty big update, and I honestly think I'm gonna end the vlog here, y'all. Yeah, I might do it now. Anyway, I finished this yesterday, A Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan, and I know she's written a YA fantasy romance, if I'm not mistaken, and this doesn't read like a YA. It's definitely adult, like for sure, it's adult. But it gives me, what's the word? This did not read, I didn't have expectations. It just didn't read the way that I was anticipating. No, because I didn't have expectations. I don't know, I gave it 3 stars. My 3-star rating is it's a book existing out in the world. Is it the best thing I've read? No. Is it the worst thing I read? No. But I didn't particularly like it. It's like 2.5, 3-star for me. Hi, Mama. No, she's laid out on the floor. Yeah, I did not like this one. Basically, the whole premise is our female character, she is what they call the whipping girl, and she gets all of the whippings when her sisters, quote unquote, it's like her adoptive sisters, whenever they mess up. That is historically apparently accurate. It's part of the author's note. I did get my nails done, by the way, thankfully, because I broke one yesterday, but we went super dark for fall. Totally random. She gets married off to this guy. It's called the Beast. I think I told you guys this. And like they go and they travel and something happens. And I don't want to spoil it, but I was just like, this is very predictable. This is very, I don't see any connection between the characters, like the romance between them. Like I didn't care about anything that was happening in this book. I mean, I listened to the audiobook. The narrators were great. This story was not. So that's a 3-star for me. Now, honestly, I'm in the middle of Kingdom of Claw. Actually, let me see where I am exactly, because I went to go get my nails done and I was able to listen to the audiobook for like an hour or so. Okay, so I'm on chapter 14. Let's see where that is in the book, because these kind of have long chapters. Not gonna lie, I had to pull out my first book in the series. Had to pull out my first book, so I was like, I don't really know what's happening right now. I forgot some characters. I was getting 2 characters mixed up because they both start with S. So I'm this far into the book, so I'm not very far. To be honest, I think I'm kind of over fantasy romances right at the moment. Like, I wanted to do this vlog because I had so many fantasy romances that I wanted to read and get through. But when I do that and I read them back to back to back, I start to not enjoy them. And I don't want that to happen to this book. I should have probably started with this book because this is one of my most anticipated reads. There's nothing wrong with this book. I'm liking the characters. I'm liking the secrets that are coming out. I mean, there were secrets that came out in the first book. And so I'm liking those secrets right now. It's just one of those things where I don't think I'm in the mood for something like this right now. So I know I DNF'd one book and I'm glad I DNF'd that, but I think it's because like I'm just not in the mood for like fantasy heavy type stuff right now, which is mistake on my part. But yeah, I don't want that to ruin this book. The same reason why I soft DNF'd the other book is because I didn't want it to ruin it, and I didn't want to like give it a bad rating when I wasn't ready to like sit down and digest what's happening, the secrets that are coming out, yada yada yada. This one was very easy to understand. This story was just not for me. But I did get some packages delivered actually. So I use High Note for my, if you guys ever see me am like writing, oh crap, writing stuff down in my, like this is my planner for work. I have a reading journal, which is separate, but this is for work. I'm getting down to the last like 3 or 4 months, but they are 15, 18 months, 15 months. So this is September. Mimi is taunting me, see now. This is like September, but I just got my 2025 and it starts August. So this is just like brighter pink. Actually, Jess got this. Oh, it's a 17-month planner. Okay. Jess actually got this one too, and she was like, oh, I was on FaceTime with her like before she left for her trip, and I was like, oh my god, I have to order mine for 2025. She's like, oh yeah, they start in August, so you can technically start using it now. I'm like, oh, that is so nice. And then I was like, went to their website, I was like, I don't remember ordering from the website. It's because I ordered mine from Amazon, and originally these are $29.99, but when I happened to look on Monday, it was on sale for $15.99. I don't know why, because they're back up to $29.99. But I got mine for $15 and I'm very happy about that. I mean, I was gonna purchase it either way, like it doesn't matter, but yeah, I love the pink, it's perfect, I love it. So that was a very exciting package I got. So now I get to transition all of my stuff over at some point. Don't know when, but at some point I will do that when I don't have a massive headache. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here because I probably will not finish this book before tomorrow, and then my husband's birthday is actually on Saturday, so we're gonna celebrate Saturday and Sunday, so I'm not really going to want to vlog too much. But I did get another book in the mail that I may start this weekend if I'm feeling up for it. It is The Deepest End of Love by Lucina Connie. So this is the 3rd book in the series, and it's coming out on the 24th. Yes, the 24th of September. I'm very excited, and I was able to get a PR package from them. Oh my god. So it comes with like a cute little bookmark that has her name and her 3 books, and I read all 3 of these this year. It comes with a little like snap and share type thing. Don't forget to share. And it comes with this cute little art print. But I will say they spelt deepest wrong. So they did send an email that was like, you can print this out if you want. I was like, oh, okay. That's cool. Just give me an art print that something was spelled. But, you know, it happens. Things happen, but it's really cute. It is a professor. No, he's like a professor assistant, and she is like a kind of a student. It's her forbidden romance or whatever. I'm very excited. Yes. Yes, I'm very excited. I do have an e-arc of this. I was approved on NetGalley for it, so I'll be reading it on my Kindle. But yeah, I just don't want to ruin my reading experience of this. So it'll go back on my shelf, and I'll pick it up when I'm in a fantasy romance mood. It's just not right now. Just not right now. So yeah, that's all I have for this weekly vlog. I hope I have enough footage, and I hope you guys enjoy. But you know, these weekly vlogs are to show you that my life is unpredictable and crazy, and I read just like you do, and I go through phases of books that I want to read and books I don't want to read. And hi, can you give me like 5 minutes? No? But yeah, that's what these weekly vlogs are to show, that I'm just like you and I read the same way. Come here. So yeah, that's all I have. If you want to leave me a emoji, leave me a kitty cat emoji, because Mimi is meowing. She's the best girl. See, this is the funny thing. She doesn't want to be picked up. She wants to come into your lap and in your space on her time. That's how it goes in my house. Right, Mama? Yeah. So I'm gonna go lay down because I have a really massive headache, like I said. Leave me a kitty cat emoji if you made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content for me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.